combination arm bar wrist lock. This is probably one of the most difficult ones that I had to learn. It's fairly easy. It's done out of a cross grab. Your thumb's going to go on the inside of the meaty part of the hand. Okay, the first thing you're going to do, matter of fact, I'm going to do it with my left hand. I'm going to grab here so that you'll be able to see it better. The first thing you do is raise this up and get this wrist bent. You need a straight line. And what I want you to do is you raise it up, you bend that over, and you get the straight line. With your right leg and right hand, the next thing you're going to do is put your right hand up here under about their forearm, just above their elbow, and then your right leg is going to step in, and you're going to, and this top hand is going to push straight down. Right like that. Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. Now, the way that works, we'll do it on this side so that you can see from this side, is you bring it up. You're going to bring that up. See where I get the joint lock on you right there. And then I drive you directly down just like a pump handle, like so. Now, I twist this hand this way and this arm back this way, and you get a countering option while you're pushing down. Now, if you keep this leg against the rib cage, then if they try to wheel out of it, you just keep moving with it. Okay?
No choice.
Another simple joint lock. This is very fun. It's done with the same side arm, either hand, and all you gotta do is grab a couple of fingers. I like to add a wrist grab into it too. And this is a finger grab arm bar. Okay? From this side, I would do it like so. Barring underneath the elbow with your elbow and joint locking the fingers. Okay, the basic come along position. This is what I teach people that work in casinos and bars. This is the way to do it. I teach this because this is not something you're going to hurt somebody with, so you have very little liability, but also it is effective, it works. If you've got somebody that's troublesome, always come up with a pleasant look on your face and offer a hand. Usually you'll get a hand. You don't have to. I can just go ahead and grab the wrist, but I always offer the hand if I can, and then I take the bicep. And I say, sir, you have to come with me. We're going to go to the door. Now, I'm going to start moving them towards the door. There's three things that typically they'll do. Most typically. There's a few others that can happen. One of them is they'll try to crank up and get away from you. If they try to crank up, you simply arm bar them backwards, and if you want to take them down from there, all you got to do is take your whichever foot's behind and walk as you're pushing. Okay? Now, same way. I come up and I just go ahead and take you by the left this time. I say, sir, you've got to go with me. Either way, it works on both arms, same thing. And the next thing they'll do is try to whip their arm down to get away. When they do that, you just bar them. Okay? One last thing that many times they'll try to do is they'll try to just walk to the side. When they do, you take this hand, you come across and put it in their palm. It's like a right hook or a left hook if you're on the other side. But all you're going to do is you come from here, and as they stretch to go, you put the hand there. Okay. You bar them there. Okay. Okay, the last three are, let's see, I believe this one is a Goju. I learned this one from Gary Dill. It's always been one of my favorites. It's used as a takedown and as a throw as well, but I like it for a joint lock, and it's called the wrist torque takedown. What you do is, or wrist torque joint lock, you have three thumbs. Always think about it. You're going to have one thumb, two thumbs, three thumbs. You do it on either side. It's not hard to do, like this. Now, all you do is take it like this. And really all you're doing is torquing at the wrist. Okay, pointing to the moon from chin knot. Well, I talked about the snake a little earlier and about wrapping the snake around, about the snake coiling around somebody's arm. If you were thinking about that snake,
Yeah.
this is pointing to the moon.
Okay.
If you do it to this side, it's the same way. And what you're going to do is you're going to, there's a lot of ways to get into it. I could get into it from a lapel grab. You know, there's techniques I can do, but I like to show people like this because if you have to force someone and move it, then if I have to teach each one of these to you out of a technique, I don't think you really know. If you know the technique frontwards and backwards, where you can move and take people where you want them, when you want them, then I think you probably learned the technique. Okay. One last is the scorpion of chin knot, and the technique they always taught it out of was a cross wrist grab like this, and that's the one where all you do is you pin and then you wrap and go over. But what I do is I want my students to be able to know how to get into it from where you're at. So I just put people in it like that, or same way here. And then you just push down towards them. Okay, that's the joint locks.